It was said that tenant eviction is civil. It's a civil law. It's an interesting word, civil. I don't know if it is civil.
The average person does not understand the incomprehensible language of the court. It takes 7 years to get a law degree.
I currently work as a legal assistant. I see how complex the legal system is, and it took me months of training just to begin to understand the ins and outs, which I'm still learning today. It's nearly impossible for a citizen to navigate the legal system and encounter a trained lawyer.
I know I have rights under the law, but I'm not a lawyer. And I felt alone going against landlords who have money to hire a lawyer.
If my daughter and I had had tenant right to counsel, my landlord could have listened or have taken me seriously, and an attorney could have mediated and helped set up a payment plan.
Providing something that keeps tenants in their homes is not infringing on anyone's rights, but giving the opportunity for landlords and tenants to meet each other in court on a slightly more level playing field.
This isn't favoring tenants unfairly, it's correcting a systemic imbalance that has existed for far too long.
Right to counsel would provide the necessary legal advice and ability to open a channel of professional and objective communication between myself and a massive corporation.
Right to counsel does not hand tenants their desired ruling. It gives tenants a fair chance at representation.
What exactly are our opponents so afraid of? Seems to me that if everything in the average eviction proceeding were on the up and up, another set of eyes in the situation would be fine. Perhaps a bit of legal house cleaning would be in order.
All cities have illegal evictions, and the odds that Bozeman is some sort of exception to this rule are zero.
If landlords, particularly corporate or institutional landlords, are running a legal operation, they should have nothing to worry about.
It doesn't matter whether or not my former landlord is a good person. What matters is that as long as tenants do not have the right to counsel, landlords are in a position of power over tenants, and they are thereby incentivized and enabled to exploit us for profit.
Eviction puts a black mark on your record, forever alienating you from society and pushing you away into the freezing cold.
Wherever you go for the rest of your life, when people check your record, they discover you have somehow offended society and you are a suspect. That's where it's no longer a civil question, it's a moral question.
I was born and raised in Anaconda, Montana, and was evicted from my home at 16 years old. My mom made sure us kids got most of our belongings out in time, but at least a third of our things had to be left behind and became the landlord's property. Why do you need to keep my old family pictures and Halloween costumes? It makes me shiver thinking about a stranger snooping through my things. I still remember the despair in my mom's expression when she noticed our beloved items lining the shelves at our local thrift store.
This program is the difference between tenants, some of which may be in this room, being housed next year or unhoused.
I am a mom. Mom on a verge of losing home, becoming homeless. It's very scary.
I've been haunted by the fear of becoming homeless for years. My husband and I have a Section 8 voucher, and it could be rescinded at any time. It has been happening to others in this state. We would be on the streets if we lost that voucher. Right to counsel, if fully funded, would ensure an attorney for us in that event.
I'm a retired homeowner. My husband and I raised our kid here in Bozeman. I am absolutely willing to put my property taxes to good use and fund Bozeman's tenants' right to counsel. Why? Because it's a great step towards fixing the inhumane, financialized housing system we currently have in this country, where housing is seen by corporate landlords as a wealth-building commodity rather than a place for families to live, and rather than a human right.
There is no precedence for this in the state of Montana, and to me, that's even more reason to be the first city to pass a program.
The solution is simple. Set aside the funds in the budget now, conduct your study, and then enact an Office of Legal Representation for Tenants this year. Thank you for hearing us out.
In Los Angeles, get a load of this, 13 times. Does that mean I'm done?
Thank you.
Sayonara.